Hello again, and I'm back. So after many trips to the Nether, some of which turns out were actually not completely necessary, I think I've got what I need. So let's take a look at my new, I guess you can call it the observation deck. Pretty cool, huh? It's a little bit smaller than I initially intended, but given how long it took me to actually make all this Enlightened fused quartz, it's pretty big. Plus, it's larger than anything. It's just about the same size as the canopy, so it won't extend past that, and it just comes right almost to the level of where the solar panels are going to be. So I like the symmetry in that. It is pretty cool that I'm able to make a. I mean, you can easily make borderless glass just with Tinker's Construct or even with a chisel. It's not very hard to make. The difference is that because this is all enlightened glass, and I really didn't actually make it all enlightened, but I just thought I'd be a little OCD about it. Because this is all enlightened glass, I do not have to light this floor at all. This is completely lit up as it is. I had to put a couple torches up here though, because I actually had a couple creepers fall on me. I probably want to here also while I'm at it. It's not a big deal. From a distance, it's kind of an eyesore. Have these torches here, so I may find another way. I'm going to try and not use the quartz, the glowstone nooks that we've been using in spawn, because we think they are contributing to the lag we've been experiencing of late. We'll find out about that. All right, so I think I need a little bit more of this. How do I describe this? I've been at least, like I said, 4 or 5 trips to the Nether. Some of them were actually to go and look for Nether quartz, which is, it's what it is. I just, however, realized when looking at spawn that Trionis actually had an iron chest full of Nether quartz silk touched. So exactly what I was looking for. Okay, so the reason I'm using Silk Touch Nether Quartz, just a quick recap. I actually have a luck pick, which can give me somewhere between 2 and 4, I think, Nether Quartz per Nether Quartz block mined. However, if I put Nether Quartz into a pulverizer, I think it also works in Macerator too, but if I put it into a pulverizer, I get about a 10% chance to get sulfur. I've gotten over a stack of sulfur so far, so that was definitely the right move. Another thing I've realized is that I definitely need to make a move on making an AE2 system. The reason it being is that I actually had about a stack and a half of glowstone just in my chest I couldn't find because that thing is so disorganized. It's basically like having a whole bunch of Soren chests, but with an attempted organization. I mean, it looks on the outside kind of organized. But once you realize that these things are just not in order, it's all over the place, it needs to get fixed. And I'll fix it once I get a chance, and once I get more into AE2, which I'm actually pretty close to being able to do. I think I've got most of the, what do you call them, the inscriber plates, I think that's what they're called. The plates you need in order to put into inscriber to make various things. I think I've got most of those. Okay, so just this little patch over here. I think I'm just going to be a little, oh, sorry, 2 patches left. I'm going to be a little bit short. So another thing, while I was in the Nether mining all that Nether quartz, one weird thing happened that I did not get on camera is that I killed 2 heat scar spiders. By the way, I love Natura. It's one of my favorite mods. It's a great companion to Tinker's Construct, like it was designed to be. However, it puts some freaking evil stuff into the Nether, most of which is the heat scar spider and the nitro creepers. Those things are just drive me crazy. But they're what they are. Anyway, I killed 2 of them, and one of them actually dropped a couple of pieces of barley. And I thought it was kind of strange. I mean, the only reason I'm thinking that it might make sense is that Natura was really designed so that the Nether can be livable. Because right now, you really can't live in the Nether. In vanilla, you can't, because there's not really any sources of food. You can't easily make fire unless you get really lucky and find a gravel patch and make some out of that. But even that, you need iron, which is very hard to find in the Nether. You usually basically find another fortress for it. So it's really not livable in general. But with the stuff that Natura added, you actually can. As a matter of fact, one of the things I was planning on doing in my I think it was I think it was my Attack of the B Team series, the first time, but right before the Great Crash, and I lost a lot of stuff. Was actually I was planning on making a sort of a nether camping trip, and I might actually do that in this series. I wanted to bring like the bare necessity, minimum gear, and just see how long I can survive and thrive in the nether, because it is very possible with this mod pack. So I'll look into doing that. Maybe it's a little side trip once I get a little too bogged down in this. One thing I realized, I mean, I've actually, oh yeah, actually, yeah, pretty close. I'm recording this now in the middle of November in 2014. I actually started recording Minecraft videos in November of 2013, so this is pretty much my 1 year Minecraft YouTube anniversary, and I'm very pleased with that. This is one of my favorite games. It is bar none my favorite game right now. Before this, I actually played World of Warcraft on and off for 7 years, and for about 7 years, and Minecraft is my, what's the word? My recovery game. It's the one that I pick in order to recover from the addiction, I guess you can call it. Yeah, you might as well call it an addiction. Addiction to playing World of Warcraft for so long. And those of you who probably know, World of Warcraft's latest expansion came out recently, the Warlords of Draenor. I do not intend to play that expansion. I thought about it. The cost is one thing, and actually, as a matter of fact, I was watching a Boogie. I don't watch him very often. Boogie 298 or something. I can't remember what his number is. And I was watching one of his videos, and he was saying that he was going to try World of Warcraft again. And his reasoning was that a lot of AAA games right now kind of suck, and not just because they're buggy, but also because they weren't designed very well, and they're not very entertaining. And that kind of makes sense. The thing is, I don't play AAA games. I used to have a PS2. I don't have it anymore. I never bought a PS3. I meant to, but I never ended up doing that. I'm thinking about maybe getting a Wii U. I'm thinking about that, and I'd be primarily to play Mario Kart, because way back in the day I used to love playing Mario Kart on SNES. Sorry, on SNES, on N64. I'm not quite that old where I played Mario Kart on SNES, although I did actually play something on SNES. And way back when I was, barely, a glimmer in my parents' eyes, I did actually play Atari. It was my neighbor's father's Atari, and he had it in storage, and we brought it out and we played with it for a while. But yeah, I played a little bit of Atari. It was interesting. The joystick was, I don't know, a little hard to get used to, based on what I had seen at the time for SNES things, and it was pretty low res. We actually preferred PC games at the time. Have you guys ever heard the game Keen? That kind of thing on my friend's PC. Hey, Scoop. Those kind of platform games, those are fun for a while. But yeah, I'm not going back to, as my fiance calls it, my mistress. For many years I kept a mistress, and it was World of Warcraft. But Minecraft is a different animal. Oh, okay, he was killed by a witch using magic. I guess he annoyed the wrong witch. Okay, almost got it. I just need a couple more pieces of Enlightened Quartz. I got this. But believe me, I'm saving you guys a lot of grief by not recording the last I'd say maybe 2 or 3 hours of my gameplay, which is mostly me going back and forth to the Nether trying to find various things. Okay, I think a quarter stack should do it, so I need about 8 more. Enchant sword is 32, so I need a little bit more of the nether quartz. But I'm sorry, I'm getting sidetracked again. So back to what I was saying before. In realizing that Treehouse actually has a stupendous amount of silk touch nether quartz, I think I'm actually going to steal a good portion of it, which actually he recommended I do. And I think I'm going to use nether quartz as one of the primary building materials for the science building. I was initially planning on doing some kind of marble, but marble is actually fairly rare, and it's not impossible to get, but it's fairly rare, and the only way I'd be able to do it is if I did basically a quarry mining. And I don't mean like actually I don't know if digital miner can do that off the top of my head, but I had to make some kind of a quarry like I did in my vanilla series, and I have to dig down and just find the veins of marble and just dig that stuff out. But I don't know if that would actually work, and it would take me a long time, so I might as well just use the nether quartz that I have here. Believe me, I'm not going to produce on camera. That would take quite a long time, but here we go. Done. Dun, dun, dun. Observation deck is completed. Let me put a torch right here just to be on the safe side. Come on. There we go. Okay. See, what I did was I cut out not only the floor up there, but also this floor. So basically, I can't. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet, but I can still use this as an extra floor right underneath the IC2 observation deck, and I could theoretically make another floor up here, but not really. So what I did on this side is I kept this ladder, and this ladder goes up to this utility corridor, which I'm going to need once I get to the solar panels, like I said previously. I go down there, come down from here, and you get all this area here. Now this is a lot of area. I'm really not going to need this much here, but I wanted something that just looked cool. From the far, I didn't have to light because I didn't want to have a lot of lighting in addition to all the wiring I'm probably going to have here. I wanted an area for all of my IC2 machines and the ones I'm going to be building, because like I said before, I'm getting into UU matter liquid. I want to make that. I want to use all these power cells to generate UU matter liquid, and I haven't decided what I'm actually going to mass produce with the UU matter liquid. Probably Indirium, because it's so freaking rare. I think I've got maybe 2 pieces of it, and if I want to make quantum armor, it's really the only way I'm going to be able to do it. Okay, I'm lagging.